What are you doing here?
One of the lost was a child. A child! I'll never forgive this monster.
You better not kill our suspect. Anyone home? Good, you're... Wait, you're not. Who are you? Watchers, we'd like to have a word. Well, I wouldn't. Goodbye. Strange. Something tells me we better stick around.
Yeah, I get the feeling that he was expecting company. Let's wait and see who shows up.
Oh. Isn't that one of the black cloaks that was with... No, they're different.
Who knows? Someone's here. I can't hear a thing.
You sure like to keep me waiting, don't you? Right. I've got to get going. I trust you can handle things without me. This city has a lot of serial killers and death cults and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What now?
Stay here and keep watch. I'll go after Judah. And 40% of your population are killers. I think the point is the city's a lot larger than it actually looks.
Oh, he's talking with the lady there. Gonna interrogate her.
Hey, what did that man say to you?
Huh? He said he was looking for a maid. Asked if I'd be interested in working for him.
Oh?
Yeah, but I've already have a job, so I said no. Why do you ask?
No reason. He's got to be hiding something in that house. We should have a look while he's out.
Look at Lynn. For a while, she was just swinging side to side.
She's kind of cute.
She is really cute. Have you noticed that there's been a trend lately with braids that have ribbons woven into them? I think it's an interesting style, but no, she's cute. I wonder what her story is. Because she's a daemon, but she's also a very small child. Compared to the other ones, which seem to be warriors. Uh-oh.
Where the hell did Myra get to? No one's here. Maybe she left to tail that guy from before.
Or she went into the house. That's what my suspicion is. Or she was kidnapped.
It's open. I suppose I owe it to Kushi to investigate. That's a suspicious bookshelf. What is this place? Necromancy. There's more than enough here to prove his guilt.
That's definitely going to be sacrilege in this society. Because necromancy is the antithesis of allowing for
Anybody
what souls to pass on
Oh, yeah.
reincarnation. Well, actually, does the necromancy involve restoring a spirit back to its body, or does it just mean vivifying a corpse?
It depends.
Within the absence of a body.
In certain cases, it's
Or
definitely
soul, sorry.
one of those where it's soul magic. In other cases, they're just utilizing flesh.
Because if it's the utilizing flesh variety, it'd be very, very grotesque. And
But-
probably unsettling to the spirit that used to reside in the body. But if the spirit's already passed on, then what's the corpse but of an empty vessel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In any case.
There's someone here, Kagachi.
Who?
One of the lost is in this room.
Who are you?
My name is Amelia. I was Juta's wife.
Why haven't you moved on yet? Lingering affection for your husband?
Oh, he's trying to bring her back, isn't he?
I want to stop him.
From doing what?
My husband means to resurrect me. He'll stop at nothing. Not even the theft of innocent life.
I see. I'll stop him. And I'll make sure he lets go of you too.
There should be an entrance to the basement somewhere in the house. Take me with you, and I'll lead you to his laboratory.
Deal. Let's see. How easy would it be to overgrind in this game? Pretty easy. Oh, right.
Yep, it was the shelf.
But no, if you wanted to overgrind, I don't think it would actually change the difficulty curve that much, because it's pretty heavily, like... I barely ever regular attack in this game. A lot of your damage is entirely limited based on
What are those?
your equipment. I have no idea. They're kind of dumb looking.
Tiny little construction cones with swords.
They're adorable.
Or they're discarded milkshake canisters.
No, they have little swords.
I know they do, but I'm just...
Wait, how did those weapons come out of them? Holy crap.
Those are some nice sweeps.
Yep, it's a giant freaking axe. That is a very long-range move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're shielding?
It doesn't seem like it's worth it. I like the idea of the axe, but you really need a dodge over a block.
Plus, you like the death from above move with Sav.
Yeah.
No doubt. But who knows? There might be other abilities you'll get to use. Don't give them ground. Oh, you destroyed that torch.
Yep, there's a lot of destructible things. Technically, I should be destroying them often.
Yep, so serial killer necromancer wants to bring back his dead wife. So we've had parents who can't get over the death of their child. We have Watcher who can't get over the death of her lover. And they both chosen to go along with them. In this case, he wants to bring her back from death. So clearly, I don't know. The relationship that this people has with death is very precarious.
Ow. I was gonna say, this civilization desperately needs counseling. You know?
Well, I
Like,
think it's because they're given
counseling and or therapy.
they're
or
given
both.
so many false hopes and rules and regulations and whoa, awesome. That was like a back-to-back shootout.
I'm really liking her as an accompaniment. Let's see.
But if you think about it, the things that these people are doing are, I mean, aside from the necromancy business as far as I know, these are all things that people in our world have done.
Yeah. And I kind of wonder about it with a lot of these things. I hate to say more therapy for everyone, but, like, it does seem like more people do actually kind of desperately need some level of, like, therapy and or,
Well, the thing is, in our world, we're always faced with grief at the loss of a loved one. But there's also the... I think what makes it worse in this society is that they're told not to grieve. And that people are... It seems like they're trying to find ways to preserve themselves. If you know what I mean? Or a semblance of self. Because notice how people wanted those charms so desperately because they wanted to retain their personal identity when they were reincarnated.
or just their personal connections.
Right, because if you were to reincarnate and forget your past, your loved ones, you wouldn't be you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if your soul is recycled somehow. You're a blank slate. You're like a new save file or a new... You would be a new being. Your mind, your memories, they're what comprise you, who you are as a person. What makes you individually distinct. So... even if you're reborn, and I mean that's the thing too, you don't know if you're going to be reborn and have a similar body to the one that you had the previous time, but yeah, that doesn't sit well with them. So people are seeking ways to be reincarnated with their old memories and connections. There's also the and then also, because of the whole reincarnation business, with the people that are like, well, if we both go at the same time, then we'll come back at the same time, right? Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Did you die? Or no, that was just a
No.
insane move.
I am, well, I took out the boss. I'm fairly low health, which is bad.
I don't know, I'm not overly familiar with how many modern religions have reincarnation as a tenet. I think Hinduism had some, which is why...
I think Hinduism and Buddhism, to a lesser degree. Yeah, absolutely Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Whereas there are other ones that say that there's an afterlife, and then there are other ones that say that there's nothing. So I think they foster different views of how you're supposed to lead your life and what you do with that life and how much you persevere on
all right,
the
I
end
can't break these.
and what kind of outcome you'll have.
I think no matter what, though, like, almost all religious systems absolutely should push the idea of, like, be a very good person. And it shouldn't matter.
For a number of them, I believe your good deeds determine whether or not you go into their equivalent of heaven or hell, or whether or not you get reincarnated as a human versus a slug. But I assume that in this world, the reincarnation means you become another human. It's not like you get downgraded to an animal or something else.
Presumably not. You're a watcher. I'm glad I ran into you. I want you to kill me. Resorted to crime for the sake of my family and was executed by the watchers. See the error of my ways now, but I can't get my loved ones out of my head. Seeing my wife and daughter again wouldn't rid me of these regrets, so I want you to end it. Oh, haven't seen one of these guys in a while.
Now, I wonder, if a spirit is killed by a watcher, does that mean that they're taken out of the loop forever?
Dunno.
Or does that put their spirit at rest?
Wow, I'm just improving my defense with every attack. That's interesting. Ooh. Golden weapon. Haven't seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
See, Percy Jackson books, a reference to the Isle of the Blessed, where you go if you're reincarnated after earning entry. Vision fields 3 times. Interesting. I don't know. The idea of afterlives and reincarnation is interesting to me. I think I would be more interested. Well, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, there's no certainty. Any of it exists or not.
Yeah. I think one of my biggest problems in general is just, time.
Well, sometimes you wonder if people become so fixated on death, will they ever live?
Yeah. And, like, I know for me, we were actually having this conversation, that, you know, I'd stopped going to church sometime in high school. Very specifically, there was a meeting my family had gone to, with some members of the Methodist church that we all went to. And, let's see, what was it? Wow, there's a lot of enemies here.
Really? They're rollers.
Let's see. But, it was in regards to the youth group. And other things, I think. But the youth group had come up, and one of the families specifically had, never sent their son to the youth group, but their father thought it was a great idea to demand that, we just force all the kids to go to the youth group regardless of whether or not, they wanted to. You know, kind of regardless of their personal feelings and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my parents were more or less baffled by this, and there are actually a number of people that had, like, agreed with them, and... Oh, that's not it.
Things like that should never be forced.
No, I don't think you should ever force... I don't think you should force much of anything on people, apart from, like, laws, I guess, and even then, like... ethics, I guess? You should always... Well, you should never have to force ethics on another human being. But obviously, if they're not down for it, then... what can you do?
I suppose most of our laws ensure that people don't inflict harm on other people.
Yeah, which I think is super obvious. God, I probably shouldn't say that. It's just habit. But that was kind of a weird moment for me that my parents finally kind of relented and were like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't really, like, put a whole lot of stock into this because, like, this isn't a healthy mentality. It was also one of those that I think the church was between pastors, and so a lot of, like, non-pastor related people were specifically running the show. So I know the youth group had been taken over by this... God, I hate to call her a shrew because I think that's derogatory, but it's the best thing I can describe her as. You know, she was very much like rules for thee but not for me, but also I'm going to judge you for anything that you do that I don't approve of. So like very specifically, she did not like me because I liked video games. That was it.
And video games are evil.
I don't even know if it was video games or evil. I think she just didn't get them. Because she definitely never seemed to say that they're evil.
Oh, there's too often in recent media, video games have been pegged as the reason behind a number of ills.
Yeah. They're getting a lot of these. Let's see. Should probably switch back to my gun, because I think that's the one with the Shadestone drop chance, but whatever. Let's see. But, you know, we were talking about this kind of recently, and I was just thinking, it's like, it is a shame to spend so much time fixated on any one of these things. You know, death, even religion to a degree. The afterlife, whether or not there is one, which religion is right, and so on and so forth. I think, like, theological debates are fine. But it always depresses me when that is the only thing a person is, like, interested in.
And especially when someone's religious beliefs impinge upon impinge upon others and actively cause them harm.
I think that's frustratingly a conversation we're going to have more and more. Well, I know. It's something that we absolutely should have been having.
Well, because this is the perfect example of society where the people are being harmed by the mentality and the laws that are being enforced. And there's no knowing whether or not this is actually achieving what they want.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
We still haven't gotten a clarification on how and why the spirits pass. And even if the reincarnation exists, I don't know.
I'm a little bit disappointed that it immediately went into the, well, we don't actually know if reincarnation is even real around here. Because I think it actually would have been slightly more powerful if straight up reincarnation is like 100% a thing. But then again, like, we straight up have characters going to like interact with ghosts and stuff. So it seems feasible, and
they have ghosts as partners. And
yes.
What makes them the exception?
So it seems let's see. It seems reasonable to expect that that in this universe they have some kind of afterlife-ish thing, considering you have characters that straight up can interact with ghosts. I wish they would have shown at this point what happens to a person that hasn't moved on. Like, I wish the wife character.
Yeah, how long has she been dead? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how long the wife has been dead. And I think it actually would have been more interesting to some degree if they'd shown at this point in the story.
But also, how do we? I mean, we see monsters in the real life; they exist. But are they the products of wandering spirits, or are they just monsters? We don't know. Because it would solve everything if spirits that don't pass equal terrible monsters that feed upon people.
Yeah, like, I was actually really disappointed with the one character, the Jigari. I was actually really hoping that What's-Her-Face was going to try and
Jigari must have just died, though. Because
yeah.
he was alive before that last mission.
I'm a little disappointed they didn't show how he died, because he just died. Like,
yeah.
I think that actually would have been a good lead-in to the next chapter with the murder guy.
It could have been Zale, but we don't know.
No. I don't think it was.
He targeted people with the charms.
Yeah, he targeted people that wanted to die.
I mean, it could have been a thing where someone just clocked him on the head or stabbed him in the back and he doesn't know who killed him or why.
It just feels like an odd plot point to just have that character die. Like, I'm noticing a lot of these chapters have no connection to each other apart from world building, which I'm not necessarily against, but it's a little disappointing.
Also, why would they do that? Why would they do that again? We already experienced the parents mourning over their child and deciding to join him rather than...
It does feel like a lot of the topics we're currently experiencing are very similar to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be more powerful if...
Because all that people desire is the ability to stay together and with their loved ones.
I think effectively what they're doing is they're cycling different types of grief and coping and also abuses of said system.
Right.
Because we had a family that was obviously... Oops. We had a family that was obviously grieving for their son. But we also had a psychopath murderer. And we also have had...
The psychopath murderer just wanted to be famous, though.
Yeah. And now we have
what...
necromancy. You know, it's kind of going over, like, coping mechanisms.
But Zale wasn't grieving anyone or anything.
Who?
Zale.
He kind of is coping with it, because he effectively wants to be immortal. And he was abusing the system.
Wait, was he wanting his name to give him immortality? Or did he think that killing enough people would make him immortal?
I think he was thinking that once he died, he would have become the night demon.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 30 minutes again. Thanks, Square. Give game.
Well, they provided us with
I think it's
Oninaki.
fine. I think if anybody looked into this, they'd be like, whatever. Judah, stop. You're that watcher from before. How did you get in here? Why have you come? I've been asked to save you. Save me? I've already been saved. By my research, it saved me, and it will save Amelia.
Could you imagine if he was potentially killing all these women for his experiments? What about all their family members that are grieving for them being lost and potentially dead? Isn't this going to cause another chain reaction like we talked about before?
Yep.
Kagachi, they're all here.
Who?
Angry souls. Vengeful souls. Sad souls. So many emotions. All flooding in. They're saying he did terrible things to them. It hurts. Kagachi, my heart hurts so much.
I know. Hold on, I'll give them release. Just how many lives did you take? I didn't kill anyone. I only put what was given to me to good use.
Given.
It's awful.
The anger, the hate, the pain left in their wake. You don't feel it at all, do you? Feel what? What is there to feel? What? Shut up! Shut up! I'm doing this to bring Amelia back. You'd do the same if you lost someone you loved.
Uh-oh. What's that stomping?
Don't lie. You know you would. You would! What's happening? What's that rumbling? What in the name of...
Don't tell me it's all of them merged together.
Nothing more than the shades of what they once were. They can't even be sent onward now. Let me shoulder the burden of your suffering. Let me end it.
So they all merged into that creature? She who embraces. Well, she has plenty of arms and tentacles for that.
Unsure. staying generally away from her. It seems to be working. Oh.
Oh, she's gone
She's
to
got
jellyfish
Babbers. I guess it did take some damage there, but that's fine.
Maybe you're slowly whittling away the excess souls.
It looks like these things just kind of hang out here.
They do electrical damage.
Yeah, not much, though. Ow, gonna get hit by that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, luckily she mostly does melee damage. Dude, you're still awake? We like this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It makes us think and talk and gives us plenty of time to do so. What is she doing?
So at this point, we do have confirmation that the souls can become monsters.
Mm-hmm. I think we always kind of knew that.
Mm-hmm. Sin Bear.
I don't think I've ever actually gone into effectively berserk mode while fighting a boss.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what that is. On the plus side, this boss is mad easy.
How many did you say that there were? Probably about 20 ladies?
20 whats?
20 ladies that are merged into this? How many robed spirits did we see around us?
Interesting question. I don't know.
There we go. I like these finishers.
They're cool. I will try and finish each boss with each weapon before this series is over, maybe.
Judah's gone.
See, can I ask a question about consoles without sparking war? Yeah. I'm about... Well, no, I'm definitely biased, but I would still argue that I'm pretty unbiased.
All I do have to say is that our Xbox One is a paperweight.
Yeah.
It is a glorified paperweight because at this point, every game that would have been Xbox exclusive is now available on PC.
I think Xbox is absolutely useful if you don't have expensive gaming PCs.
Yes,
Like
that's the exception.
If you have a cheap work laptop, stuff like Xboxes and PS4s are really, really useful.
Right, because it's $300 versus $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what Rowan's asking. So you're thinking of getting a used PS4 and Xbox One because there are games you want to play, No Man's Sky and Fallout 4. Be cheaper than a new computer. I am biased towards PS4, if only because...
There will be exclusive titles on
you
it
know
that
what?
you couldn't
No.
get on PC, but...
I'm actually going to counterpoint for that. If you're... So for me...
It really
I like,
depends on what games you want to play.
Well, I like PS4 just because it has a wider selection of exclusives that are currently available. But if you're just a casual player that doesn't have that much time to play video games and, you know, aren't playing a lot of them, then the Xbox might actually be the better option. But I would look into whether you want PS Plus or the Xbox Game Pass. Because the Xbox Game Pass gives you access to a whole slew of games immediately, and you just get to...
Many older ones. You were discussing this before,
Not
weren't you?
all of them are old, though. Some are actually fairly new.
No, I know. But I'm saying that also the backlog, because one thing I never liked about new systems is that they had no backwards compatibility. But now everything's shifting to digital, too. So
Yeah, whereas the Xbox 360... Well, see... A lot of Xbox 360 games are actually on the Xbox One now, which is really nice. And so, if you're willing to pay, it's like 10 or 15 bucks a month, you just get access to like a stupid amount of video games, which is why the Xbox Game Pass is pretty good. The PS Plus gives you 2 free games a month, but it's a bit of a grab bag on whether or not you get good ones or okay ones. but I would say the PlayStation would be more useful if you're planning on buying, like, new upcoming games.
And a lot of JRPGs.
Yeah, lots of JRPGs. But if those aren't as interesting to you, or your budget is tighter, I'd say Xbox is probably the better option.
Mm-hmm.
The PS4 has better stats. That's not really that important, though, for most people. You will pay for your crimes. No! No, no! Get away from me!
Is that a creepy casket? Or
Don't! Please stop! No! Your wife didn't want any of this. Shut up! What do you know? Nothing! You don't know anything. Anything at all. You're the one who knows nothing. I pray that your beloved can still be reborn. Ah! Ah! Amelia!
Juta.
It's over. Juta won't hold you here any longer. I just wanted my wife back. I wanted to see her again. That's all. Amelia.
he can't even see her, can he? Or, huh?
I love you, Juta. I will always love you, even in my next life.
Are you alright with this? Will you be able to let go and move on if he's still alive?
I believe he's taken the first step on a better path.
I think so too.
Thank you. I think I can pass on my own now.
Right.
Thank you.
That still doesn't explain what happened to Mayura, though.
Nope. Nice work, Kagachi. But where did Mayuro get to? She ended up following another lead. I haven't seen her since. It's possible she's back at Juta's place. She knows better than to not report in. If you see her, tell her she needs to come make her report. In the meantime, I need to check on something. Understood. Did I miss a spirit here, by the way? Can somebody confirm? Because I feel like I was supposed to get a spirit here.
Down in these sewers? I don't know.
Because I've gotten a spirit every level so far.
Oh, hey Kagachi. We're supposed to seize all the equipment that this guy was hiding. Lord Leo's orders. I came to help.
Have you seen Mayura?
Mayura?
Nope.
Oh, she kidnapped Mayura.
Oh, because she's jealous. Probably. Oh.
Right.
Kagachi.
Mayura?
What's up with you? Talking to yourself?
I thought I heard something too.
Sounded close.
Oh, behind the door? This doesn't look good. What's going on?
It reeks in here. What is this place? Hello? Oh. Hello? Anyone there? Yeah, I am. What is this? A secret lair? Look at this place. It's a morgue. This must be all the people he kidnapped for his experiments. They need to be identified, right? Let me help. Stay back! What is it? Just stay back. You don't want to see this.
Oh, did someone
are you?
already gut Myra? No.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
One of our own. A watcher. How? Myra. Say something. Please.
Maybe her spirit hovers nearby. How?
I still think fishy business.
Spotlight.
So this is probably where we get her spirit.
That girl seems to have a unique appearance down there to the right.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm just looking around. So he's essentially just staring at her while everyone else is conducting their investigation.
Mm-hmm. Do not shame the Watchers any further.
He just lost his daughter, you... cold and heartless... Urgh.
No, that silver girl's shown up 3 times in this scene alone.
Okay. She's just another... Wait, what is this with the blue flames? Also, there's a child over there. That's clearly a spirit.
Right. Today's the day of the 7-day sending. I'd forgotten. The day the people send their prayers to the beyond. Almost like they're all helping to send her off. I hope she can hear them. She's not the type to stick around, but I don't doubt she's got 1 or 2 regrets. After all, she was nothing if not a perfectionist. Considering this would be my last chance, part of me wanted to be selfish and go and ask her. But if she does have any regrets, I don't think I'm the one she'd want to tell. If anything, she'd want to speak with you. Would you go to Kiro Marsh in my stead? She really loved that place. Maybe she's still there. Please, Kagachi.
Achievement for prayers of the dead. Or the dead.
Ah, there's more. I'm gonna go to the there's more section first.
What do you mean by there's more?
There's straight up like it goes deeper. We never went here.
Oh.
All these guys.
So, I am perplexed. I can understand if this guy was luring people into his house and then killing them, but he went in a completely different direction and you had been trailing him.
Yeah.
So someone
It's a bit of a leap that Mayura got killed there, which is why I'm assuming funny business, but...
Yeah, because assuming that he let in one of the black-robed individuals, we don't know if they were part of some other organization or if they were one of the sacrifices, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that means there would have been 2 people. Unless Kuro or Kujo. Imagine if Kujo pretended to be one of the sacrifice women. Went inside the house. Maybe even to investigate. And then
he said he never killed anyone.
Right. And
There's
then,
a possibility somebody was giving him corpses.
yeah. There was that. And then, but in the instance that we're going with the Kujo jealousy plot, imagine if Mayura followed the hooded figure into the underground lair. And then she was killed? Did Kujo think she would just get away with it? Do you think Kujo, of all people, would have been providing this guy with the bodies? Maybe she had a... No, she wasn't personally invested in bringing people back to life or anything. Banking on this guy's experiments working.
Mm-hmm.
That would almost be like something they should have had Hitoha doing. If she had decided to live, but still wanted to find a way to bring her lover back.
Yeah.
Resorted to helping...
I do feel like this game tosses away NPCs too much.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's trying to be a play on the whole don't form attachments because everyone is going to get picked off like flies. But... So did you miss a spirit on the last place? I don't know where it was. You have to search every pocket.
They're usually marked, actually.
Multiple times over. We'll have to see. It'd be odd if you could never go back, but eh.
Well, I can absolutely go back. We know that much.
You can go back into the sewers?
Whoa, that's a fun one. Yeah, I can go back into every area we've been to. Oh, we should probably,
Has it been 30 minutes?
Has it been 30 minutes?
Probably not. At this
no.
point, I'm
in
thinking...
in 7 minutes. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Thanks, Square. Gave game. Very appreciate.
Oh, you. I just think Mayura's death is so sudden, and I'm tired of these things happening off screen.
It's pretty constant, too. Which is kind of dumb.
Because Jigari, he was killed off screen. Mayura was killed off screen.
Oh. My little brother was my salvation, the only sunlight in my otherwise gloomy existence. That was why I stayed beside him. Not for his sake, or for anyone else's. For mine. But those happy days didn't last long. Soon enough, we had to select the next head of the family. It was obvious my father favored my little brother. So of course, everyone else favored him too. But the night of the storm changed everything. My brother and I were with our attendants in a carriage. when we were swept away by a landslide. After a long search, they finally found me. But not my brother. The disappointment on my father's face broke my heart. Not out of sympathy for him, but out of guilt over my own survival. That was the only thing I felt. I was chosen to be the head of the family. What must I have looked like? Surrounded by those sycophants and their inscrutable smiles. Every day after that, I asked myself the same questions, over and over, in an accursed loop. What could I have done to save my brother that night? And why didn't I do it? I didn't know the answer. I had lost my conscience.
That's...
Yeah, saving your little brother from a landslide while you were stuck in a carriage? I don't think that's anything one could have prevented.
Yeah.